Well, it's time. January 2024 is upon us, and every year we seem to get a mediocre horror movie that comes out. And this year so happens to be Night Swim. So let's get into it.
Calvin, I don't know about this movie. This movie was interesting.
Yeah, to say the least. So Night Swim is pretty much exactly how it sounds. It is about a haunted swimming pool, and I mean that's that's it. That's the basic plot of this movie: haunted swimming pool. I could just mention that to somebody, and I feel like they would get the whole entire movie.
Yeah, the whole movie is about the swimming pool, and it tries to do something else with the story, but I don't know where it goes with this.
No, it goes nowhere. It is probably one of the most basic horror movies that I've seen in recent times, at least. There are a lot of other lower budget horror movies that are way better than this movie. I just think this is one of those movies that Blumhouse Studios pushes out for younger audience because it is a PG-13 rated movie. They did this last year with Megan, which Megan at least was a fun movie. This year it's Night Swim, and I have to say I'm pretty disappointed with this movie.
Just you mentioning Megan, I thought Megan was a way better movie, honestly.
It was a fantastic movie. Well, it was a fantastic movie in the sense of it is fun, entertaining, and it knows exactly what it is.
Yeah, exactly. Like Slaughterhouse. Slaughterhouse, we know what it is.
Exactly.
It's it's going to be intentionally not that good or a bad movie, but entertaining at the same time, which it was entertaining.
Yeah, but with Night Swim, we halfway through the movie, I was pretty much done with it.
Yeah, there was points in the movie that I just wanted to walk out of the theater. I just couldn't watch it. Like,
yeah. There's not a whole lot going for it. It's pretty basic, like I said. The story is very, very, very predictable. I guess the key notes, let's start off with the positive things before we get into most of the negatives. The actors, I think, did pretty good.
Yeah, I thought Wyatt Russell his acting was okay in this movie. I thought it was pretty good. I thought the little girl, what was her name? Rebecca, played by Azan Dabulaya. I don't know. Hopefully I didn't slaughter that name. But I thought she was good in starting this when this movie started out. And I also thought the positive notes of this movie were the cinematography of the pool.
Yeah, there were a lot of really good shots, and a couple of creative ones, like when the mom was swimming laps, the camera would tilt in the pool, out the pool, in the pool, out the pool.
And you could see an entity or some sort of presence standing outside the pool.
The part where the daughter is playing Marco Polo with her crush from school, she is like, Marco calling out for him. And
you see and he's like, Polo.
Yeah, you see the entity. And it's really a good jump scare. There are a lot of like very predictable jump scares that are going to be in this movie. It is a PG-13 scary movie, so it's going to be those kinds of jump scares because this is the audience that it's aiming towards, which is fine and dandy. But you know us, we like horror movies, so we watch a lot of horror movies, and it is pretty bad for an older audience, especially one who likes these kinds of movies. But the shot that I'm talking about is when her eyes are like, when she's peeking, you could see her eyelashes on the screen from the POV shot. And I thought that was pretty creative. However, besides, I'd say the actors and the acting and the camera work, there's not a whole lot going for this movie.
No.
The story is just bad.
The story is bad. It's all over the place. And just the presence of the pool at the end and the backstory comes at the end. Like, we don't know anything till this point, and then we get it at the end. I'm like, come on.
So we're gonna do a full spoiler warning just because I wanna talk about most of the movie. Just because it is what it is, I guess. There were the water giveth, the water taketh. That is this film. Basically, this house was built on a land that used to be a former spring of healing with, healing magical properties. People would make wishes and the water would grant them, but it would also take a life in order to fulfill said wish or desire. And it did that for generations, it sounds like. They don't really give you like very much explanation. It's a very quick explanation on it.
I think we had to actually take that for granted just from the information given at the end. Like, okay, this is what this is in the story.
I mean, that's what I got out of it. So that's you know, we go back and we go to the previous owners of this house, not following the Waller family. We have the this family where their daughter drowned and their son magically got better, and we see that done by Jodie Long's character Kay, and she discloses that, you know, her son was really sick and now he's better because the water took their daughter. So, which also I had a problem with, because during the third act of this film and the climax of getting her son back out of the pool, I just thought that was a little like, I don't know, just cheesy, over the top cheesiness, you know, because she's got to be an Olympic swimmer if she's going to be holding her breath for that long. Because she's down there forever, and I don't care what kind of magical bullshit is going on. I know. But
oh, you mean the mom?
Yeah, the mom.
And not only that, she tied a hose to the end of the springboard.
I know.
And then she took a breath out of it. I'm like, it's tied. How are you going to get air from that?
You wouldn't get anything.
Yeah.
And that you'd have to have strong lungs to go through that whole hose. And anyway, when she is pulling her son back up out of the pool, the little girl that drowned, she's like the only good presence.
Yeah, and she gives the quarterback.
But I just don't understand why is she the only good presence in this pool spring thing? Just
I thought she had been the girl that was sacrificed for her brother.
Yeah.
That's just
But
weird.
like all of those other people were trying to drag this newcomer down, except for her. I just don't understand.
Apparently some older woman, like we only know this, it was maybe an older woman's, because when the mother is doing research upon the pool, you see some pictures of the 30s. So I'm just figured, okay, maybe this woman is from that time period.
Yeah, you see that woman, you see a bigger man, you see a bunch of people. When she's down there, there's so many specters down there that I was just like, okay, this doesn't make sense of why out of all of them, there's just one that's good. It I don't know, just doesn't sit well. And that's it. That's like, I can't even talk about this movie because it's not worthy.
It really isn't, because you don't. There's no story till the end. You don't get anything. Like, it's all about the pool, but what about the pool? What is there to tell?
What is there to tell?
There's nothing.
Yeah.
You get nothing.
You get
at the end. At the end, and you also get I thought that it was a scene that should have just been cut from the movie. Like, we get the whole thing. The father comes back, redemption, and he does his thing, and you know, he clears the aura, you know, through his son Elliot. It's gone. He makes his ultimate sacrifice. Okay, he goes into the pool and whatever, and then you get that shot where the evil presence takes him, and that's it, and it ends. And then we get that last shot that's just, you don't need that scene. We're like, this is what Dad wanted, and then you have a dumpster that just pours the thing, and then you get the end credit, Night Swim. I thought that was just horrible.
And upon that ending as well, the part where the dad sacrifices himself to save his son, why is he sacrificing himself? The pool didn't heal him. Like, it didn't heal. He still has MS. Well, I don't understand what the pool gave. It just doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense, because the only thing you think that it gave is when his hand healed quickly from the cut.
That's not a life's worth.
I know.
Like,
and then they do tests on him, and they said he got better. Like, I don't know.
They're like, he's getting better, but he still has MS.
Yeah.
So it's like, I just don't understand. Like, oh, the pool has a hold on this kid, but if the pool giveth, the pool taketh, why is the pool taking when it hasn't really made anybody better? Like,
No.
I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me.
No, I get you for sure on that one. It's hard to review this movie.
It is. But you know, that's what happens in January. There's always a horror movie, like I said, that comes out, and it's just like, all right. It's so happens that this is the first like theatrical release of 2024 too. Starting off strong.
Yeah.
So, yeah, let's get into the reviews. I'll give this a solid 2 out of 5 stars. I really just don't think this is a good movie. There's much better movies to aim towards a younger audience that are scarier, especially if that's what you're going for. I don't know if this is kind of just like a walk into the genre, but it's not a very good story. It's not a lot going for it. So that's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, 2 out of 5.
Calvin, you're being quite generous. I'm gonna give this movie a 1.5 stars. Like, this movie was bad to me.
Mm-hmm.
The story was all over the place. It was not grounded at all. And I thought the pacing in this movie was really, really, really slow. And then this movie tried to build suspense with the entity, but it really didn't get it. It didn't do it for me. So that was horrible. The only reason I'd give this like half a star is the cinematography. It had good shots. Like I said, the shot of the pool where she's swimming, and then maybe the little shots where you see the pool above and it's kind of feels like this pool's an abyss. That was kind of cool. But other than that, this movie was horrible. I thought that's just my opinion on this movie. It was just a bad movie.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, well, let's get into some trivia just to leave this episode off on a better note. Okay, I pulled up some trivia questions to ask Anthony, and we're gonna see if he can get them right.
Let's see if we get some of these.
So, first off, how many people involved with the Exorcist movie, the old original one, died during production?
I don't know. I'm stumped.
I know it's good.
It's a hard one.
It's a good trivia question.
It is. I was thinking
it's also a good fun fact. So.
Yeah, I thought maybe it was. I mean, we know who died in the movie. Like, Father Carcass dies, but
no,
I'm
talking about actual people.
Oh, actual people. Okay, yeah. I don't know.
9 people died in the production of the original Exorcist movie.
9 casualties.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's one of those movies that has like a haunted set.
Damn. Okay.
So, yeah. Next question. How many individuals die at the hand of Jason in the first Friday the 13th movie?
Let's see.
It's a trick question.
It is a trick question. I'm trying to think. By the way, we did do this review on this movie, Friday the 13th, in our 31 days. So if you want to go check out that review, it's not much different than this one. Anyways, I'll say.
Let me before you answer. Let me reread you the question. How many individuals die at the hand of Jason in the very first Friday the 13th movie?
Yeah, you made it easy now.
Okay.
0.
Yes, that is correct.
Because it was Pamela Voorhees that was the killer, not Jason.
Correct. Okay.
And you want to touch my Jason?
What is? Oh man, yeah. Check out that review.
I'm just having flashbacks of when you said that.
Yeah,
it was funny.
What is the number 1 rule of Randy's list for surviving a horror movie in Scream?
Don't have sex.
Correct.
That one's easy.
It is a pretty easy one. It's just one of those best. Randy's like the best character. Let's see. What is the room number for the room that Dick Halloran tells Danny to stay away from in The Shining?
203.
No. It is. I mean, you're in the right range, I guess.
213. Was it 213?
No, it's 237.
Oh, that's right. I'm so dumb. God, I should know that one. They're like, oh, Anthony, you don't know your horror movies. You got that one wrong.
All right. What hobby does Norman enjoy in The Psycho?
I don't know. I haven't seen those movies in so long.
Amateur taxidermy.
Oh, okay.
All right, let's see.
I was about to say, these are some good ones.
How many Michael Myers Halloween movies are there?
13?
Less.
10.
Less.
Really? I thought there was more than that.
According to this list, there's 9.
Okay, I was still going to get it wrong because I was going to say 8.
Yeah,
I was about to say we just did that, and I remember putting a clip on there on the history of it.
There's
and
13
I'm just like,
Friday the
I thought there was a lot more than that.
There's 12 Friday the 13th movies, but there's 9 Halloween movies. So, what is the name of the camp in Sleepaway Camp?
Oh man, I just saw Into Darkness, which is a great horror series on 80s nostalgic 80s horror, and just overall talks about horror. There's 3 parts of it. It's a really great series. They say something about Sleepaway Camp in that series, but I can't remember the name of the camp. I give up.
Camp Arawak.
Camp Arawak. Okay.
And the last question. What real-life interviews inspired the relationship between Will Graham and Hannibal Lecter?
Was this the one on Red Dragon?
Yes, I believe so.
I think Edward Norton plays Will Graham. Am I wrong?
Let me look it up.
I'm trying to think now. Because I'm trying to think.
I'm pretty sure it's Edward Norton in Red Dragon.
Yeah, it is Edward Norton. I think he plays Will Graham. I could be wrong. I just recently saw that movie, but I just don't remember the names.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Anyways, I'm gonna say I don't know.
Okay. The answer is Robert Keppel's interview with Ted Bundy.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's gonna conclude the trivia for today.
I got some right this time.
He did. He did good. He did good.
I failed miserably on the last trivia, but we'll get better. Maybe it'll be my turn to say some trivia for Calvin.
Yeah,
see
bring
what
it.
His ratio
bring
is.
it on.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so that's going to be it for our review for Night Swim. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. We'll catch you later.
Yeah, have a good night.
Thank you all so much for watching the Calvin Cam podcast. You can find us on any social media platforms like Instagram or Twitter. Go check our podcast out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or Amazon Music. We also have YouTube channel, the Calvin Cam. Go over there, hit that like and subscribe button, and follow us there. As well as you can now really support us on Patreon.com. It's probably the best place to support us. So you could go there, join one of our 3 tiers, and help us get bigger and better. And we will appreciate you every step of the way. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a good night.